Hi, Charlotte Barrett here from One Less Stress Connect, which I run alongside Grace Nelson, my business partner and bestie. Now, excited you could join me today as I'm going to be talking about 5 fears entrepreneurs must face. And sometimes when we're on our road to entrepreneurship, and even when we've been with seasoned entrepreneurs and we're excelling at next level, fear is always there. And I think it's really important to remember that fear is going to be there. It's part of our human build up. But what is important is that we act in spite of fear, and we know that these things are coming up, and we can be aware and we can understand the signs. But we know that we must push through it in order for us to get to that next level, to attain those goals, which entrepreneurship is literally a game of ups and downs. So it's really important for us to know that these fears are absolutely natural, they're part of the process, and they will arise. Now, the first one I want to talk to you guys about is fear of failure. Now, so many times I speak to entrepreneurs and I'm like, so why haven't you started? Literally, we have our one-to-one, we have our honest talk, and I'll be like, what really is a problem? And so many times what crops up is fear of failure. It's the fear of going to do something, it not working out, and literally you looking like a mug is what most people are scared of. And the thing is, we've always been conditioned, we've always been taught that failure is a bad thing. As we've gone through the school systems, we've gone through tests, perhaps your driving test, you've gone through your high school exams, and it's deemed that when you fail it's literally like the end of the world. But as you progress and as you become an entrepreneur, it's not. That actually failure is part of failing forward. The more failures you have as an entrepreneur means the quicker you're getting towards your goal of success. And when we understand that, and we can start to reframe that point of view of failure being a negative thing, we can get on with our daily, what we need to do, what we need to happen. We can have the mishaps, we can have the days where things go absolutely wrong, which they do. And we know actually it's just a step closer to getting towards the goal, to achieving what I need to do. And I always like to reference here that point about Thomas Edison when he was inventing a light bulb. How many thousands of times did he fail before he actually got it, before he got that winning formula? And if he had thought failure was absolutely one of the worst things, he would have quit a long time ago, and we would never have lighting as we've got here. We would never had so many things. Same thing with Walt Disney. If he had heard those no's, and after the first couple of times said, okay, I don't want to fail anymore, I'm going to quit my dream, we would never have Disneyland at the moment. So understand, fear of failure is always going to be present, but know that the more you're failing is the quicker you're getting towards your goal. So guys, I don't want you to worry about failure anymore. The next one is all about imposter syndrome. So how many of you have sat there, you'll be looking around perhaps at your peers who are building businesses, or the gurus in the business, and then you've been perhaps asked, you've been given an opportunity to go and speak somewhere, or you've been given an opportunity to perhaps do a live, or something where you have to be put out your comfort zone, and you think, oh my gosh, I don't want to do it. I feel like a fraud. Who am I to get up there? Who am I to share my knowledge, share my gifts to the world? I don't feel experienced enough. I haven't done it. I haven't got the social proof. I haven't earned the money I desire. And that's what imposter syndrome is. And we can often feel like we are not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be in this realm, when absolutely you are. Everyone that has been given a gift and that decides to act upon it, you have got all you need to be powerful, to change the lives you need to do, to be successful. We all have those gifts, and it's up to us if we want to use them. And it can often feel like we're actually putting on someone else's shoes, but you are just as powerful as anyone else, and only you can deliver it in the way that you can. So that is another major one, imposter syndrome. I would love to know how many of you have ever felt like this. I know myself at points have, and it's just again of acting in spite of it. When you feel like you're imposter, still do it anyway. And the more and more you do these things, is the more you build your confidence bank up, and you start to, that imposter syndrome starts to get less and less and less. Now, the third one is all about people are going to think you are crazy. So when you start to tell your friends and peers and family and everyone that you're on this entrepreneur journey, perhaps you're going to be leaving your 9 to 5, a lot of people will think you're crazy, and that is perfectly okay. But it can sometimes be such a scary thing to start to put yourself in what is the minority instead of the majority. You know, all through life, again, we've been conditioned to want to be part of society. But when you become an entrepreneur, you're going in the minority field. You are doing things that most people won't do because it's stretching you outside your comfort zone. So it can feel awfully scary a lot of the time. And we often, you know, we don't want to be in that realm. We don't want to feel like we're not part of what everyone else is doing. And we don't want to feel crazy. And there will be people around you that will say you're crazy. Why are you doing that for? Why did you give up that corporate 9 to 5? Why would you go on to that risk of not knowing what's going to happen when you're going to get paid? And know that you're not the crazy one. You're just the one that is going after your dream, and you are creating a life that is built for you and perhaps your loved ones as well. So forget about people thinking you're crazy. It's perfectly normal. Some people will embrace it and be the one that wants to not fit in and wants to stand out. And that is a sign of a true entrepreneur. Now, the fourth one is no one will pay you. Lots of fear around this. So it sort of links in with imposter syndrome. A lot of times we start to think, okay, I've built my business, I've got these products, these services that I'm going to put off out there, but what if no one wants to pay me? What if only my mum or my friends or family are going to literally pity pay me? Then who else in the world is? And again, this is just the mind chatter that our mind's doing to us, telling us that we, you know, shouldn't be here, when absolutely you should be putting your gifts out to the world. So, you know, you are absolutely within your rights, and people will pay you. People are out there looking for your services, and they are willing to. So make sure, if that fear and if that mind chatter crops up, you do it anyway. And if you know, tools like affirmations can help. And always, I always say that action is what is going to get those voices to quieten down and prove yourself that you are actually equipped to be there and do that thing as well. Last fear is all about taking a risk. So a lot of the time we'll be like, okay, I'm so fearful of taking this risk. So you may have been approached or given an opportunity to do a big coaching program, and it is a large investment, and you may be really scared that if you invest that and things don't work out, that you are going to take a risk that is not going to come true, that is not going to come into fruition. And sometimes we can get so scared about that. But part of being an entrepreneur is all about taking risks. Risk is, you know, is part of the journey. And actually it's quite for me, I actually enjoy the risk taking. A lot of people don't, and they like to be in control. But being an entrepreneur, you are not going to always be in control of all the outside factors, you know. You can't control what's going to happen. You can't control the market. You can't control customers. You can't control all of these things, technology. So you have to be open to taking risks, and open to knowing that sometimes these massive risks you are going to take are going to pay off amazingly, and it's going to be worth every second of it. And you're not always going to be in control of all the factors. So they are the 5 fears that I want to talk to you about, that every entrepreneur experiences, whether you are just getting started out, you're a beginner, or you're a more seasoned entrepreneur. All it is new levels, new devils, and you just experience these at different rates and different intensities. So carry on with your entrepreneur journey, and don't let fear get in the way. Act in spite of it, and you know, you will grow and grow and grow. So for more business tips, you know, if you're not a member of our Female Entrepreneur Collective group over on Facebook, please do join. The link will be in the comments, and come over there. We provide so much knowledge. There's an amazing community of women who are all on the same path of you, and together we grow and together we rise. So until next time, I've been Charlotte Bout from One Less Stress Connect, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.